Hello and welcome to September 1st. Alpha's KR falls back to 272, and the Stochastic took a hit also to 9.7 from yesterday, which is about 7.8. But SPY stayed flat at 22.5. Let's go on to the chart. Here we are, KR. It's flatlining right in here, and I did mention before that there would be some kind of support based off this low here, and I'm not sure about what's going on there. Okay. So we have that, and it's at still holding a profit of 1100, way lower than our 15 that we had earlier, way up here. But we still have to October. Now, there is a danger. We are going to reach the last 30 days on this is October 15. So September 15, we will be 30 days out. And options start losing value, accelerated value from the 30th day out to date to expiration. The only way to maintain is that, well, we have a large buffer, so we're pretty much might be okay, depends on how much deceleration happens. And then we do have a stop set here at the at 43.20. 43.20 is our stop. So the anticipation will be is that it's going to go through a dip, and then anticipation to continue to the upside, and then get to the 14th of October, which will be our expiration date. And that'll be a lesson learned. And we will review what we're right, what we did wrong, and what we can do better. Okay, enough for KR. Let's go on to PG. PG is slowly working its way back to the RO100 club. Yep, it's got a nice little move there, 91%. Remember, we were in the 100 ROI in this area here, so it looks like we're getting back up into there. We are going to be looking toward this being resistance, and then break through and continue on. This does have to October also. This will be in October 14 expiration date for PG, and again the three evaluation rules of what we did right, wrong, and better. And so far we really haven't done anything wrong, in that we did adhere to our early exit rules of initial stop at EPS, entry price stop once prices clear the we'll call the gantry, and then move to the first ratio to lock in something for our effort. And then after that, now we're still here at the first ratio. This is the third ratio, so we have not really cleared the third ratio very well. When we clear maybe the fourth or fifth ratio, then we can move the stop to the third ratio to protect something on that. All right, that said, going on to XLC. XLC is now it's really funny. Yesterday this was 36%. I'm pretty sure that it was, and yet we closed up and it fell back to 29%. So again, it's the mystery world of options. We are good till December. Our stop is still here now. We have cleared the first ratio. I forgot to mention. Oh yeah, we have cleared the first ratio. So technically we should be at 84.80. Let's go ahead and do that as a lesson. Called price change it, and 84.80, 84.40, 84.40, and this is now becoming the first reward ratio. Oh, I always keep getting capitalized that first R. Okay, so that said, there we are, and now we'll go and change our notes, and we're going to right here in today's date. Since we're doing it on this date, actually we should have done it a little earlier, but you always keep your notes to what you doing it on the date, so you remember it much easier. 84.40. Okay. Right, 84.40, 84.40. And now, oh, I forgot one thing. Capture that. And now we'll go to the order ticket. Remember, we turn on the order ticket. We go to the gear, go to show orders, apply, okay, and there it is. Move it out so that's not conflicting with the text. Right click, come to your plate, cancel and replace, come to the gear shift for the get what they call the order rules panel. And now we're going to put this to 84.40. And there we are. And there we are. And there we are. And do it. And done. So now we have updated our order. Check the order to make sure it went through correctly. It does. It doesn't happen often, but once in a gray moon, come back, turn off the orders, get back your real estate. Okay, and there it is. And I can hit the reset there to reset my screen. And now we're at the first ratio. When will we move higher? Remember, we are DTE, so the idea is not to contaminate the DTE theory, but our caveat is that we are going to take exits at the initial EPS entry price and at the first ratio to lock in to protect capital. Remember the 5 rules of engagement. That is 1, protect capital, 2, protect profit, 3, take profit, 4, exits do not retreat, and 5, rinse and repeat. So this here was to protect capital. This is to protect capital. This is to protect capital and profit. And then let this run. And now we have to get to at least past the 5 or 6 ratio so we can move to the third ratio. I want to keep a good distance so to see how the DTE trade is going to work its way out. And the objective is to build a options cash flow ladder that will be similar to a bond ladder. For those who haven't heard that before. And that is, in the bond world, older people who want to be assured of some kind of cash but don't want to take risk will buy a 5-year bond whenever they have money. In the more affluent society, more affluent investor, they will buy a bond every month. And then there'll be a 5-year bond. So what today's August, September. So they'll be buying a September bond today to expire in 2026, 5 years from now. And the objective is to build these bonds, these 5-year bonds, and then they pay out every 5 years at expiration. And that's called a bond ladder. And it's good for people in their 40 to 45. They start doing that. So that by the time they get to 55 or 60, they have this bond ladder as a nice ongoing cash flow engine. They don't get paid a lot. It could be 5 or 6%, depending on the corporate bond or the government bond, mostly corporate bonds. And of course, the company has to stay solvent. So that's how the idea here is to do options ladder. That's the objective that we're working on here. So XLC at 29, XLP went into positive territory. Let's see if it's qualified for any move up off the initial exit. And no, we are close. We are very, very close. Look at that. Our entry was 772 and below was 72.19. So we need 2 more penny clearance, and then we'll move it to the EPS right there. And that will then start protecting more capital. Risk ratio 1 to 3. That's the objective there. All the buying power is deployed, so there is no scan. Telray is going to have its own video as usual. ATV did join us, and YELP is slowly creeping up out of the basement. In closing seconds here, let's go look at YELP. We have higher lows, so higher lows right there. Not very much, but you see that the 10-day EMA is doing ever so slightly a nice, slowly grinding. It's a grinding situation, unfortunately. Our entry was 40.80, and our close is 38.48. So we're $2 away, and the ATR is $1.18. So we're on an ideal, perfect world. We're 2 days away from reaching EP, and then after EP, we have to get into the higher point. Also, too, this is a November. This is a November expiration. All right, with that said, we're going to conclude today's report and go on to Telray. Thank you very much for stopping by and checking it out.